Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to work on the Quickie Slippers featuring Bernat Softy Chunky yarn. So we're going to be making one size here, but there are 3 sizes available here, and we're going to cover that here in the pattern, and then I'm going to cover one size here on the tutorial format, and then you can just change the instructions because this is a free pattern that you can look at as well. But let me show you how to do that first. So on the pattern it's color coded, so you can see that there is sizes 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So there's 3 different sizes here on the same pattern. So what you're going to do today is that you're going to be able to look at the size. So all sizes require just 2 balls of the Bernat Softy Chunky yarn. So I think it's just a ball and a little bit of another in order to make these. So I haven't actually made them yet so far. I'll do those on camera with you. So whenever a decision needs to be made, you'll notice that the instructions will have that in there. So what we have here when we go to start, it says beginning, and all of these instructions here are for all sizes. So there is no decisions to be made. So whenever a decision needs to be made, you'll notice that there's instructions. So as you get to round 5, when we go to finish that, it says round 5 and 6 only. This is the 6th round, and then you follow this instruction. And then for sizes 7 and 8, 9 and 10, this is the 6th round, so then you'll jump down to that one instead. And then what's gonna happen is that you'll have all the different sizes just like you see here. So all sizes, next round, single crochet into each single crochet, and it says repeat the last round until it measures 4, 4.5 or 5 inches. So again, these are the sizes that match the size of the slipper that you're going to be doing. So it's actually really an easy concept to follow. So I'm going to, let's do the 7 and 8. It's the midway through, and we can do that together here on camera. You're gonna need an 8mm size L crochet hook in order to play today. So without further ado, let's grab our yarn and let's get started. So today's yarn is the Bernat Softy Chunky. You just need 2 balls of yarn. It doesn't matter which size you're doing, it's still 2 balls. So we're gonna start with the toe first, and then we're gonna work our way to the back of the heel. So we're gonna create a slip knot for your hook here. So what we want to do is that we want to chain 2. So 1 and 2, and again using an 8mm size L crochet hook, just in case you missed that earlier. So what we're going to do is that second chain from the hook, so 1 and 2, which is the very first chain, you're gonna put in 6 single crochets into that one. So just going back into that one and just put in 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, and then 3. See how I'm just wrapping this straggler down around it so they get stuck? So 3 is in so far, 4, 5 and 6. And what we're going to do is that we're going to join it to the beginning one. So if you're not sure, just count it backwards. So just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 one, that's right there. You're just going to insert your hook into that stitch and then yarning over, pulling it through and through, and that makes it a finished circle just like you see. So now we're gonna move on to round number 2, and this is still for all sizes. So round number 2 we're gonna move up, so we're gonna chain up 2, and then each stitch all the way around, there's only 6 stitches, is gonna get 2 single crochets each. So we're gonna go 1 and 2. Whoops, let's try to get that second one in there, and then move to the next one. So 1 and 2, and keep doing that all the way around. So the next one, 1 and 2, next one, 1 and 2, next one, 1 and 2, next one is 1 and 2, and I want to just verify the number of groups of 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I'm done. So I already knew that I was done because this here is part of this. So people may go into this. This is not a stitch. This is just an extension of the first one. So once you get that last one in there, so just verify that there's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. See, that one is not a stitch. It's just an extension over. And that is always where people will screw up in a hat, or a new crocheter will screw up. So see, it just finished it and pulled that shut. So that was round number 2. Let's move on to round number 3. So round number 3 I'm gonna get you started. So chain up 1 and then just 1 single crochet into each going all the way around. So I won't do this completely on camera with you. So just 1 single crochet in each. There should be a total of 12 of them, and then just join it to the top of the first one like I just showed you on how to join. So just 1 single crochet in each for round number 3. So once you get all the way around there's gonna be 12. Remember that this one is leaning into this first one. Again, there should only be 12. Just join it to the top of the first one. And you'll notice because you single crocheted now you're starting to get a bowl look. And this is the front of the foot. So let's begin round number 4 together. We're gonna chain up 1 and here's the sequence. So the first one right underneath is gonna be 1 single crochet and then the next stitch is gonna be 2 single crochet. So put 1 and 2. So here's the repeat pattern. So the next one is 1 single crochet by itself and then the next one has 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. So I want you to do that same idea. So 1 into the next, 2 into the next one after that, and keep repeating that all the way around, and then we'll finish round number 4 together. So for round number 4 if you're keeping in balance the last one will be 2 single crochets into the same one because you started off with 1 by itself and then 2 and then 1 and then 2. So then if you finish off the last one will have 2 into the same one. Please join it to the beginning of the starting one. So the top of the first single crochet, and you see everything's still nicely tight together, especially because you're gonna wear it on your foot. So round number 5 then we're gonna chain up 1 and it's just 1 single crochet into each going all the way around. So there's a total of 18 single crochets going all the way around. If you want to double count, it's completely up to you. So just do 1 single crochet in each and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So I'm coming up all the way around round number 5 and just single crocheting all the way to the end, and this is the extension over so it's not part of the stitch work, and you're just going to join. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring back the instruction now because 5 and 6 you're gonna do something different than us that are doing 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. So I'll show you the 5 and 6 layer, and then you can do that if you're gonna do that, and then if you want to do the 7, 8, 9 and 10 then just keep on sticking with me. You may want to fast forward at this point. So let's begin for 5 and 6 only, and then we're gonna continue. So for those that are carrying on, we're gonna do 5 and 6. I'm just gonna show this particular round and then I'm gonna frog my work and then bring back and do 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. So I'm gonna do the actual 7 and 8 here on camera with you. So I'm just gonna show you round number 5 and 6. So it's chain up 1, 1 single crochet in each of the next 8, and then 2 single crochets in the next single crochet, and do that twice. So there'd be 1 single crochet in the next 8, and then the last stitch is going to be 2 single crochets. I will physically show you this. So then for those that are working on after this, I'm gonna frog this back out and then I'm gonna show you 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, which is the same instruction. So that's 1 single crochet in each of the next 3, 2 single crochets in the next single crochet, and do that 4 times. So it ends up with the difference of stitches by, look at this, so 20 stitches for 5 and 6 and only 22 stitches for 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. So it's not that far of a difference. So let's begin to do 5 and 6 with you, and then you can fast forward if you're gonna do 7 and 8 or 9 and 10. Okay, for those doing 5 and 6 only, you're going to do the following. So you're gonna chain up 1 and then you're just gonna do 1 single crochet in each of the next 8. So starting with the first one, so you're just gonna go 1 and we're gonna count to 8, and then go to the next one, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then after that the next one's gonna have 2 single crochets in it. So 1 and 2, and we're gonna do that same thing all over again. So the next 8 in a row, okay, are gonna be 1 single crochet each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and that's leaving you 1 last stitch, and there's gonna be 2 single crochets into that one. So 1 and 2, and then you just join it to the beginning. So then you just are gonna move to all rounds then, all sizes in the next round, and then for those that are gonna do the 7 and 8, 9 and 10, I'm gonna refrog this back out and I'm gonna show you that size here. So 5 and 6, this has you covered until you get to all sizes, and I will be back. So we're just gonna have one segment of 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 coming up next. So let's frog this out. So for my 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, I'm just gonna frog out what I just did. This was for the 5 and 6, and we're gonna just change up the instruction a little bit and take you right back to where we were on round number 5. So for those 7 and 8, 9 and 10, here's what we're going to do. We're going to chain up 1 and we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each of the next 3. So we're just gonna go 1 and move to the next one, 2, move to the next one, 3. And then the one after that is gonna be 2 single crochets into the same one. So 1 and 2. And we're gonna repeat this instead of instruction 4 times, I believe. Yeah, it is. And then the next 3 in a row are gonna be single crochets. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 into the next, and you keep repeating that all the way around. So 1, 2 and 3, and then just the next one's got 2, and then finally we're getting close, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you got 2 into the next one, just like you see there. And then it says 1 single crochet in each of the next last 2. So you got 2 left, so you got 1 single crochet into each of the last 2, and then just join it to the beginning. So that was completing then sizes 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So when we come back now, we're gonna do all sizes, which is all sizes 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So for those that are ready, we're now going to do all sizes, so it doesn't matter where you are right now. If you finish the 6 rounds for either of the sizes, all sizes are listed here. So it says 1 single crochet into each single crochet all the way around, and it says repeat last stitch until it measures 4, 4 and a half, 5. So this is the 5, 6, this is 7 and 8, and this is 9 and 10. So you pick the measurement that you want, and what this means is that I'm going to do the 7 and 8 here on camera, so you have to take a measurement. So let me just zoom out a little bit here, and what you have to just do is grab your tape measure. And so if I'm gonna do the 4 and a half inch size, I have to continue to single crochet around and around until I get 4 and a half inches, just like you see here. So if it was the 6 size, sorry, 5 and 6, it will be 4, and then if it was the larger size, it'll be 5. So you just have to stop where it measures out. So you can see I'm not stretching this, I'm just laying it out just like this. So please do this. We're gonna just review around all sizes once, and then I'll let you do your measurements, and then you can meet me back where we can start shaping the foot even more. So for all sizes, we're gonna just chain up 1, and it's just 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you're gonna continue to do that until you get to the length that you need. I just showed you how it's measured, and you're gonna do it until it's completely done like that. So what I want you to do is just completely just single crochet around. I'll show you how to join it once again, and it's really not a big deal. I seen this pattern a long time ago. I never filmed it. I just thought it would be harder than it is. You know, never let a picture fool you for how hard things are. So I guess that's my hard lesson for today. Okay, so you're gonna come all the way back around, and remember that this one here, you can start really seeing it, how it's lining up. You can see this is not a stitch, it's just an extension, so you just join it to the beginning single crochet. So I want you to single crochet just 1 in each, continue to do round after round until you get to the measurement of the size that matches the foot size that you want. So please join me back here in just a few minutes. I'll have that done. So I'm back, and it's just a few rounds actually in order to get to the size that I wanted. So it's 4 and a half inches then from where I am now to where it is here in the front. So we're now gonna move to going back to the pattern, and let's start deciphering what we need to do in order to continue. So we're now going to move along in this, and we're gonna start creating this whole area here where it's got an open section so you can place your foot inside. So we're gonna go back and forth. So if you go back to the instructions, just like you see up here, is that we're gonna start going and chaining 1 and single crochet in the next 12, 14 or 14. So choose the size that you're working on, and then it says turn, leave the stitches unworked, and it says we're gonna turn our work, chain 1, 1 single crochet in each across, and then repeat last row until the whole project measures either 9 3/4, 9 3/4, or 10 1/4. So you have to make sure that you get that size. So let's continue then, and let's begin to do this section of the slipper. Okay, so let's begin. This is gonna be the area where your foot slides into. So for those that are working 5 and 6, you're gonna chain 1 and crochet into the next 12 only. That's just single crochet, and then for the rest of us 7 and 8, 9 and 10, it'll be 14. So just chain up 1 and then 1 single crochet in each of the stitches, so it's either 12 or 14. So let's count these out together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And for 5 and 6 you're going to stop here and turn, but for the rest of us we're going to continue. So 13 and 14, just like this. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's going to work out. So you see it's right here and here, so the foot is going to be opening here, and you see by the way the designer did it, the top face will not have any slip stitching. So that's awesome. So we're now going to just turn our work and go back in the other direction. So we're going to chain up 1 and we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going back in the other direction. You notice I'm not counting because the 5 and 6 you only got 12 stitches, and for the rest of us we have 14. No big deal, right? So you're just gonna keep going back and forth until you get to the size measurement, so that the whole project from the tip of the toe to where we stop is going to either be 9 3/4 or 10 1/4. Sorry, 9 3/4 or 10 1/4. It's on the pattern as well, just in case I really did screw that up seriously. So okay, so you get all the way to the end, and then you're gonna stop, turn your work, chain up 1, and then just 1 single crochet in each. So you're just gonna continue to do that. So it's either 9 3/4 or 10 1/4, and I'll see you at the back when we get that done, and then we'll carry on to finish this off because we're almost done at that point. Okay, so now we're at the point of actually putting the back heel onto the slipper. So it's already here, you just don't see it. So what I did is, you can see it's kind of a little bit stretched. I tried this on. So if you want to change the length of it, this is where you're gonna do it. So even though it has a recommendation, just because that's a technical thing of all bodies doesn't mean that your body is the same. So what you can do is that you can try on your and slide your foot in, and then what you can just do is just pinch back the back here and determine whether it's long enough for you or not. And if it's not, just add more space. If it's too long, just frog out some rows and then retry and then put it back on. So if you can fold this in the back and it's still comfortable and it's not way overstretched and it's not too loose that it's gonna fall off your foot, then you know you're laughing. So once you're satisfied with the length of it, you are just going to slip stitch through the back. So fold it in half, just like you see here, and you're gonna fold it in half and just go through both layers. So you're going through both of the thicknesses, and you're just gonna pull through and through, and just move down and join all the back like this. And then we're gonna fasten up, but we're not quite done. We want to do a nice layer around the top of the slipper as well. And it's just only 1 round, so if you're worried about it, don't be too worried at this point. So you're gonna go all the way down so that the bottom is in, and what I would recommend, because you're gonna be wearing these, is that you want to really fasten this off nicely. So just trim an extra longer piece of yarn, and you're gonna pull through like this. So you can see this is going to be like this, and so you are just going to then just put this onto a darning needle. And remember what I say in tutorials, if you go in and out of the work 3 times, then it'll be permanently in position. So just drag it through just the stitch work. Okay, and maybe what I would do is probably drag it so that it comes out through the inside of the foot, so you're not too worried about it. And so that was 1, and then just go in a different section, but stay on this side of the slipper so it's in the shoe, or it's in the slipper. So 2 and 3. So now it's permanently in there. So 3rd time is a charm. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to put 1 layer, and this is for all sizes as well. We're just gonna follow the layer around the top here just to make a really nice edge. So this is what it looks like at this point. So let's continue to do that, and then we're gonna finish this off together. So let's do the last section here, and we're gonna create a slip knot, and we're going to get our hook. And what I want you to do is in the back of the heel area, or the back right here, I want you to just fasten on. And because we did single crochet, you're gonna just be able to follow it along. So just join it with the slip stitch, chain up 1, and then 1 single crochet in there. So lay down the straggler on top of the stitch work so that you can bury it underneath. So I'm not counting, I'm just following the sides of the rows that are already there. So because it's single crochet, you can just easily see as you're going all the way around. So each row gets a single crochet and you're burying in that straggler yarn. Just bury it about that far and just let it fall in the middle, and then we'll trim out the extra later. So this is gonna provide a nice edge for you. So you're continuing all the way until it's gonna hit that top layer here where that was going all the way around. So once you finish the side one here, just jump over immediately to the one on top here. Man, this pattern is so easy. I wish I would have done this years ago. I think this pattern's been around a long time. Okay, so we're coming up around the top. So this is the last one in on the top, and then we just jump to the side and work our way back to the heel. Okay, come into the last one here and then just join it with the slip stitch to the beginning, a single crochet, and then we'll trim off an extra long piece of yarn so that you can hide that in. So just pull it through the loop. And how many times are you gonna go back and through with the darning needle? It'll be a total of 3 times. So put this back on. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. So once that's in, just trim your work right down, and there is your finished slipper. It's a quickie slipper. You can try it on your foot, see if it works for you, and if it doesn't work for you, what you can just do is that you can do another layer of this just to build it up a little bit more, and that's completely up to you, but this is how you do the quickie slipper. And oh yeah, the straggler that we started with, we buried it so we can get rid of that. So it's not a glass slipper, but it's your new slipper. And until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye now.